money. That's what it's all about, huh? The fact is, if I had money, do you think that she would be sleeping in a place like this tonight? No, I don't think so. You see, if I had money, then we'd be in some rich hotel and she'd be in a king-size bed, and I'd be sitting right next to her in an oversized chair watching her and the baby sleep. I could have at least had people to be there for her when she was crying out in pain. People to tell her, it's going to be all right. You're doing just fine. Everything's going to be just fine. But instead, she got me. A guy that's all thumbs unless he has a hammer in his hand. And I did sit there, and I did tell her, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to be all right. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But the whole time I was saying that, my heart was beating so hard in my chest that I thought I was going to pass out. He's coming into the world, and I didn't even have time to wash my hands. Money. That's what it would take. But what do I have? I've got an honest job that can't even keep her comfortable. I've never been able to give her what I wanted. I worked my fingers raw, and I broke my back to prepare for the child, and then something like this comes along and just takes it away. There's always some little expense that sneaks up on you and knocks you back to square one. I mean, travel expenses to Bethlehem. Who would have guessed it? I just wanted to be able to, provide for Mary and the baby, give them some new clothes, but I can't even afford to have my son be born in a clean room. You can bet, though, if I would have shown some money to that innkeeper, he would have let us in instead of closing the door in our face. But he looked at me. He looked at my hands, calloused, broken, bruised, looked at my face, looked at me. He said, yeah, I've got a place for you. Stalls in the back. I can tell you now, I know his wife isn't sleeping in the stable tonight. I'm so sorry, Mary. I did my best. I don't know why all this is happening. God, what does it mean? Angels spoke to me in my dreams, and they whispered for me not to be afraid, but I'm terrified. All I could do was listen to her scream and cry out in pain. And I was petrified. God, why did you let this happen? How? Are you testing us? What are you trying to do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my son out of that filthy manger. Now, I know those shepherds you told didn't mind seeing him like that, but I don't think that the king's life should begin in a food trough. He was promised a throne. The least I can do is make him a cradle. Something I'm good at anyway. Listen to those people in that inn. They are living it up in there. And they don't have any idea what's happening in their own doorstep. God, why didn't you tell any of them? No. Who did you tell? Shepherds. Shepherds who came shuffling in here and then telling us about angels and offering us goat cheese sandwiches. And Look, I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm not saying anything against them, but it's just, who's going to listen to them? The story of the birth of the Son of God is going to die out around a campfire in a field somewhere. But maybe that's a good thing. I mean, what would people think anyway if they heard it? They wouldn't take him seriously. God, what do you have planned for him with beginning like this? What's on your mind? Will they give him a better reception than this? If people couldn't find time for a baby in the middle of the night, what are they going to do to him when they figure out he's the Son of God?